In your past, you had said that you struggled with your self-love.
Yeah.
What did you struggle with? Why didn't you love yourself maybe as much as you do now?
I think the way they set it up, that we men learn, what's love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like okay, we're confused, right? And so they just gave us this word: love is all you need. Oh, this is the way you love a woman, or this is the way you love this, and the stuff like that. Because I never had a problem with a dog, loving a dog, right? I never had a problem loving my profession. I accomplished what I dream about, right? When I was 13 years old, I said I want to be the best dog trainer in the world. I became, and with the dogs, dogs have bitten me, and my love to them has never been confused or
Right.
lost or anything like that. But I think one thing that we don't say before love is self-knowledge. Who is Cesar Millan? And then it's self-value, so Cesar Millan can value. And so if Cesar Millan values who he is, and then Cesar Millan can love self-knowledge, self-value, self-love.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just love, because that's the same thing happens with dog people. Dog people, the first thing they give to the dog is love. The second thing they want to do is to train them so the dog is smart, right? But then they skip instinct, they skip spirit and instinct.
Sure.
You see it? So
Yeah.
So the way you address the spirit is completely different the way you address the heart, and the way it's completely different the way you address the mind. Because you can be smart,
Yeah.
right? You can be smart. You can be smart. Doesn't mean you can walk a dog. Right? My clients are Harvard graduate, but they can't walk a Chihuahua. My clients can be presidents. They can be kings and queens.
Mm-hmm.
Money, fame, power is my client. So why they hire me? Because they're missing the natural, simple, profound.
Yeah.
You see it? And so the trust, respect, love. The love is at the end. Love is a reward, not the beginning. Because you can love people, doesn't mean you trust them.
Fair. Very, very true.
Yeah.
I've been there myself. Will you put the same values that you find in yourself now in those relationships with dogs and trying to teach humans to have that relationship with
Yes.
their own dogs? When you're going through that moment, when maybe that was in question, that self-love, trying to find the value, knowledge, and put it all together, did you ever struggle with any type of anxiety, depression going through those moments where you were questioning that self-love?
I think it was more confusing. It
Okay.
was more. I don't deal with anxiety because I drain my energy every day. I think in order for you to have anxiety or some kind of really problem is you have extra energy,
Yeah.
or you're focusing on the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So in order for a dog to become unhappy about living, he needs to be bored or frustrated. Right?
Yeah.
So that means he didn't do proper physical exercise or proper mental challenge. Like you challenge the dog mentally. So most of the dogs that I deal with is dogs that get affection, affection, affection. When a dog should get exercise, discipline, affection. The body, the mind, the heart. You see it? So
Yes. See if
dogs
that's a
that
balance.
receive affection, 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 those are the dog on Prozac. Those are the dogs that have separation anxiety. Those are the dogs that have aggression. Those are the dogs you see in my show. The dogs who are only getting one ingredient of the circle. You need exercise. You love it or not. You need to develop your mental skills, learning. Just learn a new language. That's hard enough. Right? You know what I mean?
It's really hard.
Yeah, it's hard enough. But that's a mind thing. You don't have to love it. You just have to challenge yourself. Right? But now if you love exercise and challenging yourself mentally, it becomes easier.
This is me being and I'm not a therapist, talk about mental health every day now,
Yeah,
doing what I
yeah.
do now. But you mentioned all these pieces to the puzzle and you said the word challenge. And so I guess my question would be challenging you. How do you show yourself the most affection? Because you work yourself 24/7. You've been doing it 20 years. You talk about this self-love, now having all the pieces to value it. But how do you show yourself that affection?
Me?
Yeah.
Slowing down.
Do you slow down?
Yes. now
Yeah.
that I'm 55, now I am loving Caesar.
Mhm.
I have loved the world. I have loved my family. I have loved the dogs. I have loved America. I love my friends. So I've been a giver, right?
Yeah.
I just so you get to a point where you give all this energy and you don't know how to receive it. So so right now I'm learning to receive it, or at least give it to me
Yep.
by not giving it to other people and just having time for myself. Sometimes you have to be a cat, right? Meaning you have to be by yourself. Or if you want to be an eagle, just be an eagle. Eagles fly alone.
Yep.
But when you're pack oriented and you're the pack leader, it's a lot of people needing this direction, protection, love from you. So you end up drained
Mm-hmm.
because that's your job, that's your responsibility. I do this position with a lot of honor, right? So I got to wake up before anybody else.
Yep. Be ready.
Yes.
Lead the pack.
If everybody eats before me, right? Everybody is feels love, even if I not have any love for me. Everybody mind is perfect. Everybody's happy, healthy, loving, smart, but not me, right? But now I am taking the time just to do simple things. It doesn't require too much.
But it seems like you maybe struggle when you're not in that leadership role. Like when you're not leading the pack, that was kind of the challenge. And now you found that you can take time and love yourself.
Because you think that that's the only thing.
Yeah, that's the only thing possible.
Yeah, the only thing you have to do. And it says, you don't know. Listen, what Mexican people have to learn is we have to learn to take good breaks, like what Spanish do very well, right? To take
Well, they eat
naps.
dinner at 9
even
o'clock,
take
yeah.
a nap, even take a nap for a Mexican is against the law. You know what I mean? So even just taking a little nap is
Yeah.
self-love. It's just simple, right? It's valuing your health. It's just that's it. So it's not I call it natural, simple, profound. Just do natural, simple, profound things that make you happy, healthy, and loving, and allows your mind to feel, oh, yeah, that was a smart thing I did. And it doesn't require money, because animals don't need money to be happy, healthy, and loving. They don't know money exists.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think some do based off the food they eat or people serve them at the table. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so that is to me like okay, now I'm enjoying. I was actually telling Lucito, wow, I love where I live and I love where I work, because I live 10 minutes away from my ranch, right? And I used to live here in Encino.
Oh,
so
right next to me,
imagine
yeah.
I had to drive 1.5 hours just to be in my home, and it's nobody outside.
There's nothing there. Just
Nothing
you.
there. Nobody talks to each other. These big old homes. Nobody talks to each other. And so you drive 1.5 hours. That's where you are. Everybody's so stressed out. And now it's like, wow, it's 10 minutes away from my home and then to the ranch. If I want to stay at the ranch, I stay at the ranch. And there's 8 homes where I live. And everybody's separated. Right here, everybody's right next to each other.
Yeah.
I used to live here. I used to live in Studio City. And then I live in Encino. But I come from a farm. You see it? So now where I live, I feel more like, wow, I return back to my childhood lifestyle, which I loved.
Yeah.
I love the simple life.
You have the peace.
Yeah, safe, peace, love.